How's it going? Tom from Bukesmith. I think we got the transplant of the small block Chevy 357, 350 board 40 over, into my 70 C20 flatbed Project Loadmaster. Hopefully in the future we will be putting a big block Buick in there. But for now, we're going to put that small block Chevy in it. And that actually came out of my old 1970 C20 Chevrolet. And that was an automatic truck. This is a manual. I built this engine for torque, for pulling, and it was good at that. I just ended up selling the truck. Had some issues with the cylinder walls scoring in a weird pattern. I tore it down, took it to the machine shop, ended up selling my truck and keeping the engine. So got back from the machine shop, and it's all put back together now, and I figure I would put it in something to break it in to make sure that we don't have any other problems. So that's why it's in Project Loadmaster instead of the big block Buick. Hopefully we will be putting the big block Buick in it. Hopefully in the spring. We'll see how it goes. But for now, we'll get it broke in. Hopefully everything will be fine, and I can use it for pulling the trailer around. All right, let's take a little bit look at it. So for whatever reason, we're still trying to figure this out. I don't know, the SM465 top load transmission, as far as I know, they only use one input shaft. I thought maybe the bell housing was longer on my brother's 71 GMC because he has way more room back here. And on my old C20 that this engine was in, that was an automatic truck though, I had all kinds of room back there too. So I don't know if the bell housing is actually shorter from the V6 or not. It still has a 12-inch flywheel and clutch in it. So I don't know. The motor mounts are kind of more straight on this one as opposed to like on my brother's, and on my other Chevy they kind of angled forward. And I do notice that on his it does use the front two holes instead of the back two holes. But you're saying, well, why don't you just move it forward? Because if you move it forward, then the bell housing doesn't reach the engine. The transmission has mounts on it, has ears on it back there. You can actually kind of see a little bit. And those are riveted in place on the crossmember. And the crossmember is riveted in place on the frame. So my only conclusion is that on the inline 6, the crossmember on the frame is actually riveted back a little bit further than they are on the V8. But what does that mean for us? Better weight distribution. I mean, this thing only weighs like 40-some pounds more than the inline 6, and we moved a lot of it behind the crossmember now. And granted, that doesn't always mean better for towing, but just in drivability and nimbleness, should feel a little bit better. It does mean that I have to put the extension on the fan, have to put some extensions on the hoses, but I guess we'll live with it for now. When we get the big block Buick in there, I'm sure we'll have other issues to deal with. I did notice I did have this thing fired up for a little while. Got the rings broke back in. Hopefully everything's good. We'll have to drive it around for a little while and then put the bore scope in there just to make sure that everything is fine and dandy. I did notice that after I had it run for a little while, I did have a little bit of steam coming from the radiator right here, so might have a pinhole in my 4-core radiator. Great. Oh well. We'll have to deal with that as it comes. All right. Well, from now, let's hear this thing run. And no, I do not have exhaust on it. It's coming off of about 20 inches of pipe off the Sanderson shorty headers until I get it down to the muffler shop. So let's go. Steering wheel is off of my 65 Chevelle El Camino. I liked it. Had these like little buttons on here and really nice Chevy emblem. Ooh, that was almost disaster. Yep. Had it in neutral a little bit ago. Forgot I put it back in the park when I took it off the jack. Okay. Whew. Yowza. Okay, let's try that again. Whew. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, I guess that's going to do it for us for a while. I'll give you an update later on after we get exhaust on it, and we'll check the cylinder bores after some time, and we'll go from there. Okay, crisis averted, thing runs. Hopefully the radiator will hold out, and we'll catch you guys later.